You can go.
Okay. This orange part here is the myomeres, and the origin is a vertebral column, and the insertion is an integument. Next, we have the horizontal septum, which is this line right here. Next, you have the myoseptum, which is a white line in between the myomeres. Next, we have the pectoral adductors or extensors, which we didn't uncover, but it's a part right here. And the origin is the scapular process of the pectoral girdle, and the insertion is a pectorogaiopores. And then for the pectoral adductor or flexor is on the other side, which we also didn't cover, but it's right here. And the origin is a coracoid bar of the pectoral girdle, and the insertion is a pectorogaiopores. And next is the pelvic adductors or extensors, which would be up here. And the origin is the iliac process of the pelvic girdle, and the insertion is the pectorogaiopores. And then the pelvic adductor or flexor is also here, which we also didn't uncover. It's right here. And the origin is a Pope's scar bar, and the insertion is a pectorogaiopores. Next, we're moving to the levator palato-quadrate, which is around right here. And the origin is the optic capsule. Insertion is the plateau quadrate, and a homologous structure to the neck is the abductor, mandibular anterior, and externus. Next, we have the spinaculus, which is also around this area. And the origin is the optic capsule. Insertion is a palato quadrate. Next, we have the abductor mandibula, which is best seen right here. The origin is a palato quadrate. The insertion is a maculus cartilage. And the homologous structure is the abductor mandibula anterior and exterius. Next, we have the preorbitulus, which we also didn't uncover, but that's right in this area. And the origin is a ventral condrocranium. The insertion is a maculus cardium. And the homologous structure is the abductor mandibula anterior to exterilis. Next, we have the intermandibularis, which we kind of took out, but you can see a little bit of it right here. And this would cover this area. And that origin is a maculus cartilage, and the insertion is the midventral biped. And the homologous structure is the intermandibulus. Next, we have the levator hyomandibula, which is in this area, and its origin is the optic capsule, and the insertion is a hyomandibular cartilage. Next, we have the interhyoideus, which is right here.
Okay.
And the origin is certahoia, and the insertion is a midventral
And then we have
also. And the homologous structure is the interhyoidus and the sphincter chori. Next, we have the cucularis, which is found up here in this area of the shark. And the origin is a fascia of expel muscles, and the insertion is the scapular process of pectoral girdle. Next, you have the dorsal constrictors, which are found here, right above the gills. And the origin is a rape, and the insertion is also the rape. And next, you have the ventral constrictors, which are found underneath, right here. And the origin and insertion are the same as the dorsal constrictors. Next, you have the hypobranchial musculature, and that is in this area. And you have the cora commandularis, which is found right in the middle of this. And the origin, the fascia of cora muscle, and the insertion of the maculus cartilage. And the homologous structure is a gynoid, the pectoralis scapularis, and the rectus cervicus. Next is the common coracoras, which are found here. And the origin is the coracoid bar, and the insertion is the coracoid muscle, and the homologous structure is also the gynoid, the pectoris capularis, and the rectus cervicus. And lastly, you have the coracoid, which is found up here and up here. And the origin is the coracoid muscle, and insertion is the bias hole. And the homologous structure is also the gynoid, the pectoris capularis, and the rectus cervicus. And that is it.
Oh, I did. Right.
Okay.